Hello and welcome back everyone. Today I decided I'm going to do another haul video, and this is going to be a two-part because I got a lot of stuff off eBay. Now the stuff in the haul, I know some of you will probably say, why did you even buy it? But I knew when I bought it that there were a lot of things that needed to be fixed up. So I'm kind of looking forward to that because then I can put my own touch on things, or I can customize them to be the way I want them. And I think it's going to be really a fun project working on all this stuff. So let's get to the haul. Oh, and I started going back to days, so we'll see how that goes with this. I'm thinking it's going to be a lot better, and yeah, I'm thinking I'll have more time to devote to YouTube, even though my hours will be during the day instead of overnight. All right, well, I think we're about ready to get to this. I'm not good at voiceovers, as you know, but we're gonna give it a go. So first up is this little dresser, and this is a House of Miniatures dresser. If you'll remember, Grandma had one like it when I first started this. And this one is in really, really good shape. And Grandma's, remember, was missing that bottom drawer. Okay, so yeah, it's a beautiful little piece. When I picked it up out of the box that it was in, all the drawers started coming loose. So I'm going to show you, see, and just kind of do that. Yeah, all the drawers work, all the hardware's there. It's very nice. Right, let's get to the next piece. And she didn't have any of this wrapped, it was just in the box, so that's how I'm picking it out. Okay, next I have a couple of bookshelves. They're just single, smaller bookshelves. Yeah, let me zoom out there for you. And anyway, they're also in very good condition. That drawer does not open down there on the bottom, so yeah. And then they must have had these hanging on the wall, or maybe they came that way, but there's a picture hook. But yeah, I think they're really cute. I don't like that little metal ball on there for a handle, and I will be changing that. And there's the other one. Both of them in great condition. They'll make a neat addition to one of my doll houses. So there's those. Up next, we have... This is a little House Miniatures. It's a little secretary desk. And again, all the hardware is there. It's in very good shape. I'm trying to get it open. There you go. It's open. And so everything seems to work on this one. So that's going to be really nice to have. And then there's this little top part. There is a little problem with the corner. It's missing a tiny, tiny chunk up there. But I'm thinking I can probably maybe fill it in or just cover it with stain. I have about the same color stain I was using on the Beacon Hills. And it was made so that you could put the two together, and then you would have the full secretary desk. Look a little something like that, and I will be putting it together when I put it into a dollhouse. So that is so cute. I think these, and you know, these are 1700s, but you know, people have antiques laying around, so that's not a problem. So all I need to do is just do a couple fixes and put some acetate in the windows, and there we go. Next up, sorry guys, no good at this. Next I have this piece, and someone has penciled in the drawers and the doors on this. I'm wondering if it's a piece like some of the dollhouse manufacturers have kits where you can make your own furniture, and they're simple. A lot of them are tab and slot, so maybe that's what that was. This piece is so cute, and it's too bad that it's broken. The back part is broken off, but it was a pretty clean break. It needs a door and some drawers, but that's an easy fix, and we can do that. And then we just glue this little back on, like so. And it's just the cutest little thing with the shelf up on top. I can't wait to fix this one up and use it in a dollhouse. All right, and then we have a big plastic toilet with a little flush valve or flush handle that works. The seat pops up and down. Yeah, pink, blue, and white. Oh, and it even has its own little toilet paper holder on the side. Wow. I won't be using this in any of my miniature projects. But yeah, there it is, a big plastic toilet. All right, our next thing we have here in this hall is this little table, and it's got a leg that's come off. But oh my gosh, you have got to see this table. Look at that. That is hand painted. Isn't it beautiful? I love this table. I don't know where I would be using it, but it is just gorgeous. And whoever did it didn't sign their work. But oh, it is so beautiful. And all I gotta do is pop that little leg back in there where it came out, and I'll have a nice table. Beautiful. Like I said, I just don't know where I will be using this. But let's take one more look at it because the painting is amazing. It's a very talented person who did that table. All right, now we have a House of Miniatures chair, and this one is very nicely done. Now there are some other House of Miniatures chairs in there, and they're identical to this. They weren't finished, and they didn't put that little piece across the back. So I wonder if I can make one of those to go on there. I would like to have them all matching, and so I'm hoping that I can do that. Now here's one of them that I was just talking about that wasn't finished, and they didn't put that little piece across the back of it. So yeah, it's the little piece, I believe, is kind of rounded, and so yeah, we'll see what we can do. Next up, I have this little black stove, and it's made of wood, and it's pretty loose, and it needs the little burner covers things. There must have been a little shelf on the side that's broken off. The little door on it opens up, but there is no rack inside. But we can make one of those, and it's cute. It's just in kind of really rough shape. Those little doors on the side there don't open, which is too bad because that would be really cute, really authentic. But it just needs some legs, so, and it's a little TLC. All right, and now I have a little chair, and this is what I mean about the Dollhouse Makers kits. It's tab and slot. But I'm thinking, if you put some stain on it or painted it, and then put some little cushions on it and stuff, I think it'd still be a nice little chair just to put into a dollhouse. So we'll probably be fixing that one up. See what we can come up with. If you hear any noises, it's a noisy morning here, and the neighbor's dog is barking like usual. All right, and so next here we have a little, it's got a stove top, and I take it the part next to it's supposed to be a sink. Again, I believe one of the dollhouse manufacturers, furniture items, not sure at all. Don't know what I'll be doing with this, but I'll find a use for it. Okay, now this I love this. This is so it's I don't know. It's a nice box, and I just absolutely love it. This is a real life miniatures kit, and it was very well done, but over the years, as you can see, the door has come off. There's no shelves, but we can put those in. There's a little part where the ice would go in to keep everything cool. This is just, I love this. I'll probably be using this one in the Beacon Hill. This was a big box of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, and here's another one of those little tab and slot. It's like a little coffee table. And we could fill those in so they wouldn't show. And then give it a nice coat of varnish or paint and have another usable piece of furniture. Just fixing the ice box, the door kept falling over. Okay, this next part is 2 parts, and again, I believe House of Miniatures. I have the leg for the table. It's in the box. I saw it. And there's 2 halves, and that half has some glue on it. So I don't believe, though, that the table was put together in one piece. I mean, it's possible whoever had it glued it together in one piece, but that gives you a double leg at the bottom, and that's kind of weird. But I'm wondering if maybe there wasn't a leaf that went in the table to extend it out and make it bigger. So I think I'm going to be trying to make a leaf because I really wanted a rounded oval table for the farmhouse. This is, I'm sure, too, House of Miniatures. This would be one of those little tables like you put in the hall or just a little half round table. In very, very good condition. And it's much smaller, so I'm assuming the other one is definitely a dining table. This is another one of those chairs, the House of Miniatures. This one wasn't put together the best. It's a little twisted, so I'm going to see if I can get it apart. And it's got the little blue cushion that came with those chairs, which I will be redoing. I am not a big fan of the blue. Here is just a little, very crudely made chair. I'm thinking this one is much older than the others. It's got a little spot of white paint on the front of it that I will need to do something with. I'll probably just end up repainting the chair and using it in one of my older homemade dollhouses. Now I have this pedestal sink, and I don't know if it was broken during shipment or if it was broken before. It's a very clean break. It can be put back together, and I can have another sink to use somewhere. Then there's the bathtub. Oh, that's a piece of wood. Don't know what that's out of. Then there's the bathtub, and this is very, very heavy. I know porcelain tubs get heavy, but this one is really heavy, and so I'm not sure what house it'll be going into, but we'll figure it out. Now this, I don't know if they were using it for a blanket on a bed. It kind of reminds me of a crocheted hot pad for the table or whatever, or maybe it was a dishcloth, but yeah, that's gonna go. It's just too dirty. Here is a little, now this to me looks like a dry sink, but it has taps on it. Again, I don't like the little round metal balls for the handles, but we can fix that easy. It opens up. It's very cute. Like I said, I'm trying to decide, is it a dry sink or is it not? It does have a hole drilled there. So, not sure about that. But yeah, it's really cute. Here's a House of Miniatures wing chair, and this is not in very good shape upholstery wise, and it would have to be taken off and then reupholstered, which is fine. I like doing that. And it needs some legs, and it needs the backing piece. But again, an easy fix. Okay, and then I got two of these little bookcases, and they're very, very nice, in really good shape. The little bottom doors open up, and they came with a lot of little wooden books. So that'll be nice to have, because I've not got a lot of miniature books made, so that'll take up some space. But yeah, there's two of those, and I don't know if I'll use them both in the same house, but they'll be very nice to have. Okay, and here's a little, I think this is just a dresser. House of Miniatures again, all the hardware is there. Beautifully done, except for that little bit of paint or whatever up on top. And I'll probably be able to fix that. So the drawer's all open. Well, okay, at least two of the drawers open. So that'll be nice to use. I think I already know where that one's going to go. There's another House Miniatures chair. And a little, I guess it must be a nightstand. And again, I think it's the Dollhouse Manufacturer's furniture. Oh, and the dog is barking. It's continual. And here we have a little House Miniatures chair kit. And let's open it up, see what's inside. Oh, cool, the whole kit's here. So that'll be two more little chairs to build to go with the others. I won't be using that blue fabric. But there it is, all complete, looks like. That'll be fun. So next up, we have the little sink or dry sink that went with the little ice box. The little doors open, and there's some little shelves in there, it looks like. And so, yeah, that'll be nice to have. Again, Real Life Miniatures kit. This is a fireplace, probably, again, Dollhouse Manufacturers. It's made to look like brick. And whoever glued it on got it on a little crooked. So I'm going to be taking that apart and trying to make it into a nice, usable fireplace. This is another, I don't know why they didn't finish the top of that, and maybe they just had it mounted somewhere for a shelf, but it's another, I'm sure it's a House of Miniatures shelf, and maybe it was the alternative to the one with the doors that you could put on the little secretary desk and just have an open one instead. I'm probably going to be using it for a wall shelf. It might look a little weird, but I'll be okay with that. Can never have too many shelves. Now this, I think, is another House of Miniatures kit. I'm not 100% sure on this one. It's a big rectangular table. All the legs are there. Just needs finishing. This is just a little plant shelf. It's kind of cheaply made, but I'm going to fix it up and we'll put it in Grandma's house. This is a mirror, and I think someone was trying to make their own mirror because it's not centered very well. The cuts are off. So I'm going to try taking that mirror out of there and maybe making a frame for it or putting it into another piece of furniture. This is a little shelf that someone tried to make themselves, it looks like. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be using it, but I may remake it or use the pieces. And next we have this, it's a single trundle bed. To me it looks, I don't know, just a little bit too big. I don't know. Maybe it's just the design of the bed. I mean, it's about 6.5 inches long. I don't know. I'm not sure. It just looks big, and maybe it's because of that part. I don't know, but I'm thinking I will use it in the farmhouse for the little boy's bedroom. And next we have a little, I believe this is a nightstand, probably missing a drawer. And I think again this is a House of Miniatures kit. It's very nicely made. It's in very good shape. So I will be checking into it to make sure to see whether it needs a drawer or not. And if so, we'll fix it. Then there were just some of these random cushions in there. I'm not sure what they were for. There's more of the pink and some pillows, so I'm thinking that may have went on a little bed at some time. Not sure on that either. We'll see. Maybe there's something in the box yet that goes to it. Okay, here's a little ice box, and it kind of looks like a Shackman ice box that I purchased lately in a different haul. That one's got the little rack in there. It's cute, it's small, but then we need to remember that, you know, ice boxes through the years have been different shapes and sizes. Ooh, this is a big wardrobe. I really like this. This is huge. The handles are missing, and I need to get the doors open. There we go. Oh, and what I really like about this one is all these little shelves that are down the side here. Oh, I'm pointing out that someone just stuck a piece of wire and a little metal finding on there, but yeah, the shelves. And then you have the little hanging space on the other side, which is really neat. And it comes with, looks like some little hangers here. They're kind of all twisted up right now. And then there's some sort of hook-like thing up there on that bar as well. This will be a great one to have in one of my dollhouses. And I'll fix that. And here again, I think probably dollhouse manufacturer's item. It's a little TV. The picture is a little warped on there. Must have gotten wet or glued badly. But it'll be fun to have. Something you'd find probably in the 70s. And then here, I love this so much, guys. And I'll show it in a second. I'm just checking it out because I've not seen it before. It's a little baking cabinet. And I used to have a gorgeous antique baking cabinet. It was amazing. It had a roll top where the opening is between the top and bottom. And, oh, it was just amazing. But it was too heavy to move, so my ex-husband has that. But this one, yeah, just needs a little fixing on the doors. And what I think would be cute to give it some realism is to put one of those little flour sifters in there that they had. That would be cool. And look at this. Look at that. It's even got the little pull-out pastry board. That is so neat. I love this piece. And again, real life miniatures goes with the icebox and the dry sink. That is super cool. Give me every time I look first. Okay, this, I first thought it was just a wooden box, but it's actually a House of Miniatures drawer. And so far I haven't seen anything it goes to. So we'll probably just give it to Grandma for her gardening stuff. And again, just checking it out first. Okay, somebody tell me what this is about, okay? It has a shelf and then a smaller shelf by the window part. And that looks like the leaded glass they used to use back in the Tudor days. I don't know what this is. I mean, it kind of looks like a bookshelf. But if that's the case, why the leaded glass in the back of it? Because it looks like a window. If anybody out there knows what this was part of or what it was made for, please let me know, because I really like it. But the window back there, just, yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. I'll use it, but I don't at this time know exactly what the purpose was for that. I'm getting quite the pile of stuff here. I'm looking at the bottom of it, and I think, and whoever had it wanted $2.40 for it originally. So, yeah, it's a mystery. All right, then we have the House of Miniatures couch. Again, a 1700s style piece. Whoever upholstered it did a beautiful job on this. I mean, everything is just nice and like it should be. The back cushion comes off, as does the seat. And the blue would have to go because I don't care for the blue, so that would be a reupholstery project. And of course it needs some legs, but other than that, it's in really good shape. Now this is a refrigerator, and I'll get it down here in a minute. I'm just opening it up. So yeah, it's a modern refrigerator. I really do not like the plastic shelves they put in those. They're so cheap. The other thing I don't like about most of them is they don't look like a refrigerator. Okay, they look more like a cabinet, and I don't care for that. So here's some more of those wooden books that go in the bookshelves. A lot of those. And this is probably one of the last things in the box. It's a House of Miniatures canopy bed. It's in a very bad shape. She showed this in the picture, so I knew that it wasn't in good shape. One of the uprights pieces is missing. The bottom part is there, but the little post isn't. Of course, the rope bedding is... Yeah, this thing is in very bad shape, but I am determined I'm going to make it come back and work. I'm going to make this into a bed again, is what I'm trying to say, and it's going to happen. I really like it. Again, like I said, House of Miniatures. It needs the post. It needs a lot of TLC. So this is going to be a challenge, but I'm ready for it, so we'll see what we can do with that. Now we're coming to the last piece in the box, and this piece is a bed someone made, and it's very crude. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that, but it is, yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, we're coming to the end of part 1 of this big haul. I will probably put the other part on tomorrow. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a great day.